Welcome back, and Sam, welcome back. And thank you for showing up for our second session today. Um, Before we begin, I just want to review what we have been talking in the past week. Um, Lynn, I know you have been through a lot. You went through a divorce, and right now you have to navigate life as a single mom while also try to work to support the whole family, and also at the same time dealing with your own pain and heartbreak. I know it is not easy for you. And Sam, I know that you have been through a lot too. I know that the divorce of mom and dad has affected you, and you are struggling with your studies and a lot of things. And I know that it is not easy for you also. And last week you mentioned that the the goal that you want to work together in this therapy is to build relationship and closeness with one another. Um, I just want to check whether anything else that you want to work on through our time together.
I would like Sam to stop drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's really concerning to me as a mom.
For Sam to stop drinking.
Yeah, she knows that that's not legal, that that's not gonna help her at all in any part of her life, and I just like don't get where that's coming from, and she's not even willing to talk to me about it. So I think that's like the major thing, is at least if she would open up about it.
Thank you for sharing that. Sam, mom, now you hear that mom, one of the goals that she want to see is that you overcome or stop drinking. What do you think about that? Is that your desire to do so?
I mean, Dad said it was okay for me to do. And I know that's like a lot of what he and Mom got in fights about. So I still feel like he's still my dad, even though he lives in Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
So
right.
I feel validated being able to still do that.
Drinking.
Of course your dad would say that.
Let me pause a moment. So I will come back to you, okay? Let's Sam share her point first. Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, I mean, Dad and I just always had fun together, and so it I mean, I didn't ever drink a ton with him, but he introduced me and to the different kinds of beers and liquors and stuff like that, and so that was how we bonded, and so it feels like there's a piece of him when I do that, and my
the
friends,
worst piece of him.
Mm-hmm.
But my friends' parents let them drink.
So what I'm hearing is drinking is sort of part of you, making you feel like you are still connected with that.
Yeah, I mean, he lives so far away in Alaska that, I mean, I've only seen him once in the past 7 months, so it helps me feel like he's still close.
Make you feel close that you are drinking.
Yeah, but I still am able to compete well on track, and so and
right. You feel like it is not affecting your performance in sport at all?
Not that much, no.
What about your future? You know that if you get caught drinking, that's going to affect you. You could get in so much trouble for this, and I'm not even the one who's wanting to get you in trouble. There are so many people out there. This could really just change, I don't know. She's just being so inconsiderate of her future. She's not,
Mom,
she's 16, she's not allowed to make decisions like this.
Right. Mom, I hear your concern, but let me talk to her and then I come back to you, okay? Sam, of course drinking at 16 is illegal, but for you it is a way that is helping you somehow to feel connected to that, and you feel like it is not affecting your performance in a sense. Of course it is helpful, but thinking on the other like broader than that. Do you think this is really a way to really help you cope with this situation?
I mean, like, how else am I supposed to remember Dad? And feel like the truth of the matter is that it helps me feel a lot more calm. And so it like, and it's what I do with my friends. It's like a way we can socialize and engage, and that's who I trust are my friends. And so I don't really trust Mom, honestly.
You'll trust Billy.
You feel like this is the only way that you could connect with Dad, stay connected with him?
Yeah, I mean,
okay. Yes, it's good.
I mean, I know that Mom and Dad divorced because he had an affair, but like, I don't even know if that like, that's at least what Mom says, but like Dad's always been the good guy, and so, and Mom's always a strict one, so like, who's to say like that she's really telling the truth?
Do you want the proof?
Let me go back to the past. Of course, before he moved to Alaska, you were connected, right? Was there a time that you were able to connect with him without drinking? Could you recall that?
I mean, yeah, we used to like, he had a convertible, or he, has, maybe he still does, I don't know. He had a convertible, and we used to like, listen to like the Red Hot Chili Peppers and like
Music together.
Elton John, yeah, and go for road trips and like drive around a lot.
There you go. So I hear that music is another way that you could do and feel like you're still connecting with that, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't really think of that.
Yeah. So maybe we could think about that, and maybe we could develop on that, so that there are more than just one way to really feel connected with him while you are apart. Would that be okay?
Yeah, I could do that.
So that is what moms want to see, is that
Yeah,
you
I
overcome
want her to
drinking.
be connected to her dad, but yeah, like that's literally the worst part of him. Or his
What?
cheatingness.
Alright. So now I hear from Mom about one goal that she want to see is that you overcome that drinking. What about you personally? What do you hope to achieve after our session together?
This one, or like all, like our whole process?
It could be this one, or you could also tell the whole process.
I just don't want to walk on eggshells at home. Like, it just feels so tense, and I hear Mom crying in the other room, and so like, it just feels so sad and sorrowful, so I just don't ever want to be home. I'd rather just be with my friends.
So Mom's suffering or cry affects you a lot?
Yeah. Even if it is like behind closed doors.
And you don't want to feel like you are on eggshells at home?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Mom, now you hear that is Sam's goal. She doesn't want to feel that she was
She
on
doesn't
eggshells
want me
at
to
home.
cry.
I don't not want you to cry. I feel like you're trying to cover it up and like act like you're just like, it's okay, it's fine, you have to be strong for me and all this stuff.
Me too.
And you don't want Mom to pretend also. At the same time, you don't want to see her suffer also.
Yeah, I guess so.
So Mom, that you hear how Sam feel about you. I hear that both of you care about each other, but just that there's a misalignment or miscommunication there. So I want to ask both of you if you could work together to achieve the goal that you just mentioned. Sam overcoming drinking, and Sam doesn't want to feel like she walk on herself at home. How could you work together to support each other's goal?
I don't get your goal. walking on eggshells. You're never home. What am I supposed to do when am I supposed to cry? Like, I don't get it. I don't want you to be on eggshells, but like, how am I making that happen? I feel like just,
Right.
Yeah.
So mom is curious to know how could she support you to not feel walk on eggshell at home. Would you like to respond to that?
I'm literally doing so much.
Yeah, but I think that's it. Like, you don't have to do everything for me, Mom. Like,
Who else is going to? Your dad won't finalize the
I'm old
divorce
enough.
with me.
I'm
I
16
am
years old.
struggling with all of our finances. I have to get a job. So I'm working, and then I'm making your food, and then I'm driving you.
But you don't have to make my food for me. I'm old enough.
Okay. Let me pause you a moment. So what I'm hearing Sam say to mom is that she's old enough, you don't need to do a lot for her, you don't need to make food for her, those kind of things. Is that what you expect from mom, that those things, if she do, that would support you?
Yeah, like, I'm an independent person. I can.
Okay.
What can we make? We've done some baking in the past, but like,
I don't know, I'll figure it out. There's YouTube these days.
I mean, if you want to make your own breakfast, that's fine with me.
Okay.
I have to be the one to grocery shop.
Okay.
So you have to tell me what you need.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm hearing both of you. Yeah, maybe mom could try that one first. Let her make breakfast by herself and see how. Begin from there.
Yeah, we can try that.
Okay? With that?
Yeah.
Cool. Is there anything else that you want to work on through our sessions together?
I don't know. I think we'll see how this week goes, because
Okay, sure.
I don't know. I feel like there's a part of me that doesn't quite trust Sam to follow through. She said she doesn't even want to be here. How do I know that she's going to make her own breakfast and stop drinking as much? Like, I want to trust that you can do those things, and like we can maybe work from there, but
Okay. Of course, there's the first time for everything, and mom want to make sure that you do that. So in that case, we can start from this one. How would you want mom to support you, so to make sure that you follow through what we have talked or planned together, starting for you to show that you could take care of yourself by making your own breakfast?
By not telling me to make breakfast, like, letting me just do it.
you're always late waking up anyway, though, in the morning.
Pop-Tarts are great.
So she's just going to eat Pop-Tarts for breakfast?
That's fine.
Or you're an athlete, you need something more healthy. Like, that's why it's important, like, at least why I think it's important that I make your breakfast. It's because I want you to be, like, eating the things that you need to eat.
Do you see this? This is like...
You see me just caring for her in the way that a normal parent does. All I'm saying is you need to eat balanced meals. And Pop-Tarts aren't that.
I could see that each of you have points. It's just that the communication doesn't go through. What about we come up with a mutual agreement with this one first? So what Sam wants to request from mom is that mom don't need to remind her. But if mom not reminding you, how are you going to make sure that you do something? Mom concern is you have something for breakfast and it is healthy.
I deal with the consequences. I skip breakfast. Or if I choose a breakfast that she wouldn't choose for me.
You want to have that choice to make, like choosing your own breakfast.
Yeah. She doesn't need to make the decisions for me, and she doesn't need to be in control. Or like look over my shoulder and pinpoint all the things I shouldn't be eating, or tell me the things I should be eating. Like I get to be healthy, I get that, but like if I am running late, then like grabbing a Pop-Tart's fine. I'll just eat a healthier lunch.
Yeah, well, who makes your lunch? I've been putting them in the fridge for you every night. And so, like, I'm happy to keep doing that. We'll start with your breakfast. I just feel like there's no way to manage those consequences.
Mom, I hear your concern. So now that is her request, we could try from that. How could you support her in that process and request?
I guess I'll just make sure that her lunches have extra healthy things.
No, I want to make lunch.
You're gonna make your breakfast and your lunch.
Mm-hmm.
We agree on breakfast first. Okay. How does that sound to both of you?
I think it's hard for me because
Yeah.
if we're like doing this, then I want, like, if the point of like me having breakfast and making my own breakfast is to like feel more in control and like mom not like forcing things, then that's like only half, like a half goal, it seems like to me. Like I'd rather have like control of both those things. So like mom, you can just like get the things at the store and I can just assemble it. And again, like if I mess up, like that's my responsibility. And so
what I'm hearing is you want freedom and autonomy.
yeah, mom's always has so many, dad was so much more fun and dad was a lot more lenient, and mom is just like, whenever mom was like gone for a weekend or something like that, or like she had something going on with like our family and like it was just dad and I at home, like he wouldn't make me lunch or make me breakfast, I would just figure it out. And like because he was
Yeah,
like,
and you
cool,
would
can
eat
do
like
that.
bowls of Lucky Charms. I would get back and they're like, they would both be like so filled up on junk food from those weekends, and I didn't say anything. I was like, okay, you know, like dad took care of it, but he didn't do a very good job taking care of it.
As far as you concern for Sam, I'm curious to know the reasons behind all of this, like trying to make her healthy. What does healthy really look like for you?
I just want her to be able to do the things that she loves, like track. But that means like she has to have enough, a good breakfast in the morning. She has to get enough sleep. So I like try and make those things happen. I buy the best foods at the health food store. Like I feel like that's my responsibility to this family.
Is that the 10 minutes? Right? And we should go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, back. So we left off with mom sharing.
Sorry, I will tap like a minute before, so that way you could summarize.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we left off with mom sharing about a lot of things that she has to do to make sure that you have food, you are healthy. Mom, I just want to validate that you have done a lot amid your circumstances, and I appreciate how you care for her, for Sam. And Sam, I'm hearing at the same time, Sam wants some autonomy from you. And as a teenager, it's important for her to really learn to build that, and it's okay for her to really explore something outside of, maybe give her a little bit of that. What about we come up with something together? How does that sound?
Yeah, like I feel like it would be great if Sam could make her own breakfast, and like that would be one thing off my plate, I guess. I just don't like how she's so flippant about like if I just eat a Pop-Tart, then it's fine, because
Right, yeah. So
I want her to be able to be healthy and have food for
Yeah.
track, and like, you know, sometimes she like will ask me to drop off a granola bar before track practice, and I'm like happy to do it, but I feel like it's another thing where that's going to increase if you only have Pop-Tarts for breakfast, so it doesn't really feel like it's gonna make things better necessarily.
So mom's goal is Sam to have healthy food, and I'm wondering what define healthy and unhealthy for you, and whether both of you could agree on. And I also hear mom saying that if you could handle breakfast or lunch by yourself, that would reduce her burden a bit. Not sort of burden, but things that she has to deal with. How does that sound? Sound good, right? So I want to hear from mom first. What is healthy and unhealthy? Whether both can agree, and that maybe come up with something that help us reach that goal together. Okay, mom,
Yeah,
please
I
go
mean,
ahead.
I know you like oatmeal for breakfast, and we like to switch it up throughout the week. We do like oatmeal and yogurt, and you know, sometimes if I get her something like a sweeter cereal from the store, then we'll always like put bananas in it. So like, you know, I feel like what is the healthy kinds of breakfast that we eat all the time. And so I think that's why I'm just like, I know what you like to eat. You know what you like to eat in the morning. I think you can prepare those things, and if not, you'll figure it out. But when you start talking about like doing other things that like are outside of our normal routines, that's why it feels harder to trust that like those things are gonna be good for you, because you know how I feel about like a Pop-Tart for breakfast or Lucky Charms on the weekends. Like, those things aren't good for you.
So now you hear mom about things that she thinks that is healthy for you. Any response to her?
Yeah, I mean, like, I know what foods are, like, healthy. Like, our coach talks a lot about, like, nutrition and the importance of, like, eating as track athletes, because we're endurance athletes, so, like, we need
Yeah, you know also. Right?
balanced diet, yeah. And so, I guess I can see where she's coming from. It's just, like, I feel like it's still so controlling somehow. And so, like, maybe I can have a bowl of Lucky Charms or like a Pop-Tart once a week, and the rest of my meals are, you know, like oatmeal or eggs or yogurt. It's like, I do like those foods, but like, I still want to enjoy food too, and not feel like it's your decision for me.
I'm hearing you that you also have some knowledge about what healthy and unhealthy for us being an athlete.
Yeah.
And you want to have that freedom to decide.
Yeah, I mean, like, the reason why I ate so much Lucky Charms when Mom was gone is because she never lets me have them. So it's like, okay, cool, Mom's not here, awesome. Like, I'm gonna do something that I can never have because she's always in control.
Sure. Okay, you feel like mom is in control, and mom, I hear the word trust a lot coming up.
I think that pattern though, like, of you guys eating more Lucky Charms and like bad foods on the weekends or when I'm not there, makes me just feel like I have to control it more.
Well, Dad's not here anymore, so.
So not fair anymore.
Well, so if she's able to like have it in her routine like once a week, that would be okay with me. I don't want it to be more than that, because I'm like still concerned for her not like going crazy on unhealthy foods. But
would that be an agreement that it's okay to have Lucky Charm once a week?
Yeah.
Good. And Mom, I want to ask, what will it be like for you to really trust that Sam follow through or take care of herself? How
Yeah,
does
I
that
guess-
trust look like for you?
She's gonna have to gain my trust and like prove that she's trustworthy. But I think that she can do it. Like I think it. I don't know. That's hard sometimes for me to trust, but I get that that's something maybe she wants. I don't know.
So I'm hearing that if she could prove it that she is reliable and trustworthy, then maybe you could trust, starting from this first step.
Yeah.
Sam, you hear that is what moms want you to do, and would you be able to really show that you are able to take care of yourself?
Yeah.
And show her that you follow through what we agree on together.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the homework for both of you this week. Sam have her own freedom to choose the breakfast, and no need Mom to remind. And Mom, show that you trust her by allowing her to have her own autonomy at this time this week. Okay?
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah. And we'll buy 1 box of Lucky Charms, and not more than that, because we're just gonna do it 1 time a week. But I will let you have your choice to do that.
Nice. So, okay. Well, our time is almost up. What we have been talking together today is some goals that both of you want to achieve through our time together. Mom, in the past in the previous week you wanna work on the relationship together with Sam so that you can build trust and openness together more. And you also mentioned this week that you wanna see Sam overcome her drinking habit. And Sam, you have a personal goal that through our time together you would gain some sort of like autonomy and freedom. So we have 3 things to work together, and yeah, hopefully we could work from now and until next week. But this week homework is with both of you, Mom, to give her a little bit of freedom to choose and prepare her own breakfast. And then Sam is proving to Mom that you follow through what we agree upon together. On top of that, in terms of like trust, no, in terms of closeness and openness, what is one thing that both of you could do together so that you can build that closeness and trust this week?
Maybe we just go to the grocery store together.
Okay.
Wow, okay. Go to the grocery store together. That sounds great.
I
Okay.
mean, that's an errand I usually run while you're at school, but we could do it over the weekend.
Cool.
Nice. And I see both of you next week.
Okay.
That sounds good.